Welcome to Don't Forget the Veggies. This is one of our last points, so if you really can't get your kids to eat veggies or you can't bring yourself to eat veggies, even if you've added citrus, added a little bit of oil and garlic, chopped them up into fun different shapes, or dipped them in some hummus, this is where you're going to disguise the veggies. So we're going to blend up some carrots and some spinach. You can really choose any veggie you want. You can choose some butternut squash, some kale, some broccoli, any of those things. And you can add them to lasagna, add them in a layer in between all your tomato paste and cheese and all that good stuff. You can add them to smoothies, fruit smoothies. You can also add them to baked goods. So if you're baking muffins or something like that, you can make some blended zucchini muffins with some chocolate chips to kind of disguise the veggies that are in there. And all it's really going to do is make it a little bit sweeter, add a little bit of moistness to that baked good, so it's really going to be hard to tell that there's any veggies in there. So let's get started. For my carrot, since it's a little bit more firm, I'm going to chop it up into some smaller chunks before I blend it, just to make sure that it gets nice and smooth. And carrots are really nice because they're actually going to be very sweet, so it's not going to make the thing that you're adding it to bitter or anything like that. So I'm just going to stick them in here. And you might want to add just a little bit of oil just to make sure that nothing gets too chunky and it's still nice and smooth and creamy. Another thing you can do if you're adding it to something like a muffin is you can add some Greek yogurt to it, and that's also going to help it stay nice and creamy. Oops. So I'm going to stick our lid on. We're just going to put it on our blender. Alright, let's see how that turned out. So now, it's really easy to add to a smoothie or layer in with something else. It's completely liquid. It's going to taste really sweet, so your kids are going to like it a lot. The other thing you can do if you're using something like a carrot is you can actually grate it. So again, this is something you can do, maybe not in a smoothie because you're going to taste that grittiness, but if it's into something like lasagna, or if you're going to stick it in like a carrot muffin or something like that, that's going to be perfectly fine. So you're just going to want to and that's going to be really nice and easy to add in. It's light and fluffy, and they're not going to know that it's a vegetable. Alright, let's now do our spinach. So spinach is really easy. All you have to do is take it out of the bag, stick it in your blender. Again, with just a little bit of oil or some water to make sure that it's... Putting it in something like a smoothie, I would add water and not oil because that might taste a little funny. But whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. And this is great because these stems will get nice and blended, so you'll get that fiber, but you won't have to worry about the texture. Good to go, nice and creamy. So feel free to add it to any smoothie, lasagna, baked good like a muffin. Your kids will never know, or you will never know if you're the one who has a hard time eating your veggies. So remember, no excuses, don't forget your veggies.